Hi everyone and welcome back to another episode here on Unscripted. For today's guest, we've got one of Australia's biggest names in boxing. He's a world-class fighter and he's carrying one of the biggest surnames in the boxing world, Tim Tszyu. I'm going to start off by saying, Privet kak dela.
Хорошо.
That was right,
That was good though, man.
Was it?
Yeah, that was good.
I practiced multiple times, brother, multiple times. How's things, man?
Yeah, very well, thank you. Yeah.
What's been happening?
Just got back from Japan, so I had a good 18 days there, and yeah, back home now, which is good.
Did you go by yourself?
Yeah,
And what was that
solo
like?
trip.
How was that like?
Good. You know, I got to sort of wake up whenever I want, be able to do whatever I want. Yeah, it was a good trip. I think you're so used to sometimes spending so much time with people and going away on training camps and stuff like that. Always surrounded by people, but this time it was nice to, you know, go solo, walk around wherever you want, and just, had a great time.
What was the goal that you wanted to get out of this trip? Was it more to kind of disconnect or was it more to find a bit more about yourself?
No, you know what? I've never had a really rest from anything after boxing, like after a fight or anything. So I wanted to be able to slow things down and just take it all in, be able to think, make tough decisions and different things like that. And I was able to sort of just go away from the world and come back with a different perspective.
Looking on your socials, you immersed yourself in the Japanese culture. Like, what did you learn about it?
There were so many different cities I went to. I went to 4 different cities and so many different just cultural experiences in each city. You know, like Osaka was the big city vibe, same as Tokyo. There's like 40 million people there.
What?
In one city. Yeah, which is crazy. But everything's so fluent. Like people wait in line, but everything's just like that, you know? And I was able to learn, like, have a bit of patience, you know, even if I have to stand in line, get in there. Yeah. But yeah, and then Kyoto was real historic. The streets were very, very old. Being able to just walk through there was pretty cool.
Have you done much travel?
I've done a little bit, but not by myself. I used to always go to Thailand by myself.
Yeah.
But it was good to go to Japan.
Thailand's definitely on my bucket list. Obviously, you're Russian. Have you been to Russia?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
I actually used to live in Russia.
Oh, did you?
2008, I lived in Russia. We moved with my dad.
Yeah.
My dad's based now in Moscow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I moved there for a bit, for 1 year. Me, my brother and sister. But no, it wasn't. It was cool, but at the same time, I was just so used to Australia. It was just a whole different vibe for us.
Like in what sense? Like
In every sense.
Yeah,
in every sense. Weather, people, food, environment, the ability to just be free, to just go with your mates and catch a train.
Yeah.
That's what I was dreaming about.
Yeah.
You know, just little things like that. And I wasn't able to do that there because it was just such a different environment.
Whereabouts in Russia is your mum and dad from?
My parents are from Serov, which is around 30 hours by train from Moscow.
Yeah.
It's a small, like Ural.
It's like a farm
mining town.
Oh, mining town.
Yeah, everyone's got missing teeth.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Well, where's the local dentist? It's 30 hours from Moscow, brother. Where's the dentist?
No, I think it's the water and the air they breathe.
Really?
Yeah, it's very polluted. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, and the like lifespan, it's not very long. Like for example, my grandparents have outlived every one of their relatives and friends.
And do you still have family that live in that town?
I got my mother's mum.
Wow.
Yeah, but she lives just outside the town, and she lives in like a farm.
Yeah.
You know, have you watched Borat?
Of course I have.
It's the same Borat vibes.
Seriously?
I promise ya. Yeah, same Borat vibes. They're the type of people. Like I was watching Borat. I'm like, man, this is where my grandma's from. This is where I'm from, actually. This is where my whole ancestry started. You know.
Where my mum's from in Portugal, Madeira. Like it's full like kind of similar vibes as well, like farm town. Like you just got like goats just like walking up and down the streets. You know, you got people just all dressed up in like farm. They're just blue collar.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? They live off the land. You know what I mean? They don't have the luxury to go to a bloody shopping center.
No, that's my grandma. That's my grandma. And
I respect that, but
and the funny thing is, my dad used to travel first class to and from Russia back in the days.
yeah.
So she wears all the first class pajamas non-stop.
Yeah.
She's walking around in the first class Emirates pajamas in her little town, which is pretty cool.
I love that. Like, do you feel like growing up in those surroundings kind of helped your dad be the man he is? Like, you know, that tough, humbling.
Probably, but my dad from a young age had that responsibility of raising the family.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So from a young age when he started making money from boxing, he was the one buying the car, he was the one paying the rent, and I think that started at 15 years old.
Big responsibility for a 15-year-old.
So my dad had that responsibility from a long time.
Love that. Did you watch the Crawford Canelo
Yeah,
fight? I know you did.
Yeah, I did.
I think I saw your story. It said your heart's with Canelo, but your head's thinking Crawford.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Stylistically, I thought that Crawford was just gonna be too quick, which proved it right. You know, he was just one step above. He wasn't getting hit at all,
Yeah.
and he just dismantled Canelo.
Do you think it was just like
But you know what? It was a close fight.
it was like when you think about it?
When I scored it, going into 10 rounds, when it was 10 rounds, I scored a 5-5. So I scored a dead set draw in the first 10 rounds. And then 11 and 12, I got Crawford winning, which gave a 116-112, which means that Crawford got the victory.
Do you think he landed the bigger punches though, Crawford?
Yeah.
Does that kind of affect the judges' scorecard? Like landing bigger punches?
It
Well, not
depends
really.
on each round's different. If you score it round by round,
Yeah.
it's a whole different scenario, you know.
Yeah.
I think he was just outworking Canelo. Canelo would take time, like periods off, and then that's when Crawford was winning the fight.
And there was times where I was watching it and Canelo was like took him a second. Was like, what the fuck was that? Like he couldn't believe he got hit like that.
Yeah.
I've never seen that from Canelo.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, is this like almost passing on the torch now? Like, is Crawford now the man?
Yeah, Crawford is the man. Crawford is the man, but he's old as well. Well, 38 years old.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah, so the boys did well to make a shit ton of money.
Badly. Good on him, bro.
Yeah,
Get the
good on him.
bag.
Yeah,
Kick
yeah.
back now, but I don't think that's their personality. Similar to you though.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't there a moment where you almost fought Crawford?
Yeah, we were in discussion.
What ended up happening there?
Not too sure. I went down a different path with
I can't remember.
Fundora,
Oh, okay.
and then the rest is history.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back.
Is it too far to think about now, or like would you still think you'd like have the chance to fight him one day, Crawford?
Yeah, it could possibly happen.
I know things
it really
have to kind of
depends. Yeah, it really
eventuate.
depends. But in his position, like I don't know what Crawford would be feeling right now.
Yeah.
He's just conquered the world. Went to the very top. He's number 1 pound for pound now.
Yeah.
He doesn't really have much to prove anymore, you know.
And how's your brother?
Kid as well.
Are you guys like complete opposites?
Yeah. Can't you tell?
I feel like you are calm, kick back, and I feel when I look at Nikita, like he's fire.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Your ice of fire. We'll talk. I think we
Yeah.
spoke about this a couple of months ago. What's going on with him?
I think he just when I was in Japan, he fought.
Yep.
A couple of weeks ago.
Yep.
He got the victory, but I think he's prepping for something. My grandpa tells me that they're training hard, which is good.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot to prove as well.
You know, when like you go over and you obviously you be hospitable and you offer each other water, you know, you want something to drink. Does he offer you breast milk?
I can't believe him, man. Honestly, far out. I had all my mates messaging me.
I love
I'm
that.
like, sorry, bro. I don't know who that is actually.
To be fair, listen, I'm gonna say it. Like when my wife was pregnant and stuff like that, like
sure you
I
were
was
thinking
intrigued.
it.
I think it's just natural, bro.
Yeah, of
he's just got the balls to just say it. He doesn't give a fuck what
But you know
everyone
what?
thinks.
When we were in America, I remember him talking about it.
Yeah.
And somehow that topic was up, and we started going on ChatGPT, seeing whether breast milk is good for you and stuff like that. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna try it now. I'm gonna try it." A year later, it's out in the public.
I love that. Did you guys always, growing up, want to be professional boxers?
I think it was such an influence in our life.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it, we could have been in a small mining town in Russia, living in a Borat type city, you know. But no, we're in Australia, and it's all because of boxing.
Yeah.
So we've given it so much respect that the fact that we had to come into it as well played a big part.
When did you first come into the sport? How old were you?
My first fight was around 14.
Wow.
Yeah, 14.
And from that day on, like, was it an obsession, or was it something that you were like, not that you were born into it. Yes, you were born into it in a sense, but was it something that you wanted to kind of really like strive for? Like you wanted to be the best from that day on?
No, I
Or
wouldn't
that
say
to develop?
I wouldn't say straight away. I sort of enjoyed doing it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed, I know it sounds a bit weird, but hurting people.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the thrill of it. I enjoyed the science behind it. So I really enjoyed it from a younger age to do that. And then it just became sort of competitive, being able to fight everyone in the gym and to get to that very top, to win the New South Wales champion, to go to that very Australian title. That was always the goal started getting bigger and bigger, of course.
I feel like with boxing as well, like it's such a roller coaster, man. Like when you're winning fights, like you feel like you're 10 feet tall, you're on top of the mountain, and then if you lose one fight, like it's like you've brought all the way back down to base camp. Do you get that feel?
It's sort of like every boxing fight is like a grand final.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So when you win, and then when you lose, you lose. But yeah, I think the biggest lesson I've learned is that don't get too high from your wins and don't get too low from your losses. Just try to keep it middle ground, and no matter what, win, lose or draw, the next day it's still the same old. You know, you just move on and you keep progressing with life.
As a fighter, how do you review your fights? Like, do you do film? Like, do you watch your fights back?
Yeah,
you do.
I do a little bit. Yeah, after a win, of course.
Of course, yeah.
That's on repeat non-stop.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
100%.
Like my last fight against Fundora, I still haven't rewatched it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I want to get comfortable. I want to put it on the big screen. Haven't had that time to really think about it. I remember, of course, different things that happened. But a lot of the times, a lot of people saying, "Oh, you did this well, you did that well." But yeah, I'll give it in the next 2 weeks. I'll give it a time to sit down and properly watch it.
It's important I ask that because for me personally, when I was playing, again, loved watching like the games where I played well in, did things good. Obviously had an awesome highlight reel, but I kind of always brushed aside the games that I didn't play well in. And that's one thing that I regret in my career because I feel that's where you learn the most.
Yeah.
You learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
As uncomfortable and challenging it is to actually watch yourself fuck up,
Yeah.
I feel like the learnings out of that are so important.
Yeah.
So important. And that's why I want to ask that because, yeah, I know the spotlight's directly on you. Like, how do you kind of, like, do you watch it? Do you watch yourself over and go, okay, that's what I did wrong here. That's what I did wrong here. I know what to do so I don't do it next time.
Yeah.
That's why I want to
Yeah,
kind
for
of
sure,
ask. You know
for
what
sure.
I mean?
And each, like, for example, sparring, I'll have all of that recorded, so I'm always able to sit back and watch it, learn from your mistakes and move on to the next.
I know the dust has settled now and you kind of, it's in the back of your mind and you haven't replayed it. That first fight to the second fight was a completely different Fundora that you fought.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. He came in with a different style.
Yeah. I thought that.
He's become much better. He's very relentless in certain ways. But at the same time, I think I didn't come with the right game plan. I could have changed it up. And but at the same time, I remember in certain rounds, I was landing some big shots, and the guy just sort of stood there.
I saw that, man.
He just
You
kept
busted his
going.
nose.
Yeah, I was cracking him with a few shots.
Fucking oath you're cracking him. I'm like, this bloke.
Yeah, the tough thing with him was because he's so tall,
Yeah.
and it doesn't take much energy to keep throwing punches, and he was accumulating just not even big shots, it's just accumulating punishment. And I have to do a lot of work just to land one punch. I have to move around. My legs are working non-stop, using my core, getting in there, getting hit a few times, hitting him. And it was one for every 5 shots.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like, you know, and that was the hardest thing with that type of style like that.
I think it was the first fight, but it was like a 10-day notice.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So that's a 22-week camp you had, right?
Yeah.
So prior to that, like within that time frame, you had 2 fighters pulled out. I think it was Thurman and who was the first one that pulled out? Do you remember?
No, it was just Thurman.
Just Thurman.
Yeah.
Going to that first fight, did you feel fatigued because it was a long camp? But I feel you were hard done by in that first fight.
Yeah, that was a tough one.
Everyone goes back to the elbow, the straight elbow.
Yeah.
But looking back, I'm like, without that happening, bit of like a sliding doors moment, right?
Been a
different outcome.
Yeah. Yeah, my whole destiny could have been different. Who knows? But yeah, it was just a tough fight, tough night in the office. But did I felt fatigued? I would say no. I felt alright.
Yeah,
felt alright. I don't think I was ready for the fight. I was mentally, physically ready. I know I went through a bit of up and down, being able to change opponent, and mentally it was hard as well because you're going from one guy to complete opposite.
Yeah. And
it was like, this guy is like, you need a proper prep with him.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like getting my head ready and saying, you know what, it's all right, we're ready.
Was it your decision to stop it early, or was it the corners? The second fight with Fundora.
Second fight, it was my decision actually.
Okay.
My decision. In the last 10 seconds, he caught me with a shot.
Yeah.
And I hadn't felt something like that before. I was like, I sort of didn't know where I was. And the amount of breathing and the amount of energy that took place, I was like, man, I couldn't even talk anymore.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I didn't notice
I
that.
heard, I know. And I heard that he was wrecked as well.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was wrecked as well. Because I gave it to him. I gave it to him that round.
Those last 2 rounds, I feel like you turned
everything was
it.
changing. Yeah. But no, he got me in the last 10 seconds, and honestly, I couldn't feel my legs, and I was out on my feet.
Man, that is crazy about boxing. Like I feel like boxing comes down to moments. It's similar to footy as well in the big games.
Yeah.
But like in boxing, you could have the upper hand the whole time, and then you just cop one lucky punch.
And that's it. Yeah.
And it's extremely hard to recover.
Yeah.
Far out. And how long did it take you to recover after the fight? Like physically, mentally?
Yeah. Mentally I was good. I was sweet, but physically I was pretty bruised up for like a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was pretty swollen in many different ways. But
I feel like in terms of physically, you know how obviously boxing's got weight classes.
Yeah.
Like that bloke is fucking, like how tall is he?
Yeah,
like,
I know. But the thing is, we had all these weight checks and he's very low. So I don't think...
Man, the guy's a stick.
Yeah, he doesn't put on weight.
Nah.
He doesn't have anything inside there. I don't know what it is.
But he can take a punch.
And he can take a couple.
Did you have if you can share with us,
Yeah.
Did you have a game plan? Obviously you had a game plan. What was the game plan?
Yeah, it was to move around and to touch him in the body and then eventually put the pressure on. But he started putting the pressure on, which sort of disrupted me. I was trying to... Yeah, it was hard because he's so tall, and to get in with him, you have to take a few shots.
Yeah, I know.
You know? But it's like, how many more can you take until you get damage?
Yeah.
You know? And I was bruised up. I was in the hospital after the fight just to get proper checks done and everything.
Oh.
My face was swollen.
Really?
Yeah, my face was swollen. I was getting hit a bit. But yeah, that was his style, you know. He's going to be a tough one to beat. You got to knock him out, because to beat him by points and win each round, it's going to be a tough one.
And saying that, like, to knock him out, you got to be able to wear a couple.
Yeah, of course.
For you to get in range.
Oh, of course. He's a nightmare, and he's a fight that's very hard for a lot of people, just stylistically.
Speaking of boxing as well, you go into a fight with a plan.
Yeah.
That plan could go out the window in the first 2 rounds, right? Yeah. What do you do after that if it's not
just
working?
Instinct, and you got to have plan from A to Z. Have different things that you're working on throughout camp non-stop. Have different sparring that mimics different scenarios, and just work from there.
it's hard to mimic
Of course.
Fundora.
Yeah.
Because there's no one that tall for him.
Yeah.
Did you have anyone that you sparred up
I
against?
brought a guy over from America, but he was moving backwards around.
Yeah.
And I was sort of chasing. And the fact that Fundora pressed me, which I had a feeling that he was going to do, that was going to be the plan, that he was going to press me. I didn't really have too many answers for that.
I feel like with critics as well, fans, when you're on top, when you're absolutely riding that wave, everyone will come with you.
Yeah.
But as soon as you lose,
Yeah, they jump off.
they just jump on you. They stomp on your head.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you feel that sense of criticism after that loss?
Or
you don't really pay too much
no, I
attention
don't
to
really
it?
pay too much, but yeah, to a certain extent. But I don't really focus on all that. But
How do you block it out?
I don't know. I have heaps of loyal supporters that have been with me since day one, and I think that's what matters.
Because I feel like the criticism on you has been harsh because I respect anyone that steps in the ring, but I respect the way you go about your business. Like you fight no matter who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
You take on anyone.
Yeah.
And I remember you saying, you've said it a couple of times, like you'd rather reach to the top even if it means that you crash and burn.
Yeah.
You still live by that?
Yeah, of course. Of course. I feel like the fights that I've gone through in the last 4 or 5 fights, the last 7 fights have just been all top level, and there's like you are gonna crash and burn on the way up, but that's fine, as long as you take on the best and give it your all, that's all that matters.
I saw someone speaking about Floyd Mayweather not long ago, and kind of Floyd's approach. Yes, I know he had an amazing boxing career, but some of those wins that he got under his belt was against fighters that weren't really at their peak.
100%.
Do you agree with that?
100%. Yeah, I was thinking about it as well. I was like even when he fought Pacquiao, it was at a certain given time.
Yeah. It's always his way.
Yeah, of course.
Whenever he's ready, whenever he feels like...
Yeah, of course.
I feel like he needs to have that advantage.
He controls the narrative.
Yeah.
And when you're in that type of position, why not? Like he's created such a crazy wealth, such a big name, and why not? If that's the way he wants to do things, why not?
Did you have any dealings with Jeff Fenech?
No, we're good friends.
Did he ever reach out, offer his
Jeff?
kind of guy?
Yeah, he did. He's always been a good supporter as well.
People like to think, because obviously he's one of the most decorated boxers coming out of Australia, along with your father, that you would have kind of gone down and reached out to him a few times, like for any guidance and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of critics as well, like he actually came across and said something about, it wasn't critical of you, but it was more critical of your team in your corner. I mean, you probably can elaborate a bit more on that, because what he was trying to say is your team don't really have the boxing knowledge and experience because they've never stepped in and never lived a day in the boxing world, in the boxing ring. So they don't have the kind of game plan or strategy to kind of give you in fights. What's your take on that?
I think at the end of the day, what my team has done for me is we reached the very top. We went for world champions. We won a world title. So at the end of the day, we can't really say that we're not out there.
Yeah.
We've been there. We've done that. Each to their own, with their own opinion.
Exactly.
Jeff's very how do I say it? Animated.
Yes.
But he's very strong with his opinion, and it's good to have that. But I'm very grateful with my team and what we've achieved, and I'd never say a bad word about them.
Speaking on team, how do you build a team? Like, how do you know who to go to or approach? Like, what makes you feel comfortable?
I think it's more about finding connection with people. You sort of understand and know when you click with someone straight away. I think relationship is built on trust and, and of course loyalty and longevity. That plays a big part. But yeah, I think the first thing would be to click.
And how did you find your current team now? Like, how are they from Russia? Are they more from your father's camp, or were they kind of homegrown trainers?
Well, Igor was a part of my dad's camp for a long time. It was with my dad when they first moved to Australia.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so he was there, and he took me by his wing from a very young age, and has been with me ever since.
Wow, how many years is that?
Long time. Long time. More than 30 years.
Wow.
Yes, he's been in the sport for quite a bit of time. But yeah, Eagle's done a lot of good for me, and I'm super grateful.
Super grateful. Are you saying that you're not together anymore?
No, well, my plan now is I'm gonna move to the States.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the States.
Family or yourself?
Just by myself.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Your
a
poor
big
wife.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah, I know. It's a big move, but I'm gonna move to the States, and yeah, I'm going solo, and I'm just gonna see what opportunities there are out there, and make the most of it. You know.
Whereabouts in the States are you going?
I'm gonna go test it out.
Where, sorry?
I'm gonna go test it out.
Oh, just wherever.
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know? Yeah.
I don't know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know yet. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna see where I vibe with, where I feel comfortable, and yeah, it's exciting time for me. I'm doing something different, and of course, it's hard to bring everyone along with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those personal decisions that I made to be able to, go live a dream, have a crack at it. You know, as you said, you crash and burn on the way up, but it's all right. And this is part of the thing for me.
You live and die by your decisions, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's not personal. It's purely business. You know what I mean? And if you feel like you personally need a change, I don't feel like anyone can hold that against you.
No.
If that makes sense.
No.
Again, it's not easy. Like if you are seeking change, you've been with those guys for, like you said, like they're practically family. So it's it's actually harder for you to actually break away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
But speaking of the USA, what's your take on these like influencer boxers?
Why not?
See, I
why
don't
not?
expect this reaction. I've asked a couple of guys that are in your world, why not? But they say why not. But as a fan, like I feel like it's not boxing.
Yeah, as a boxing fan, you watch it and you're like, it's not the same level.
Nah,
You know, like watching the fight with Canelo versus Crawford.
that's a fucking.
That was a spectacle.
Yeah,
You saw two world-class, top pound-for-pound fighters fighting for that number one pound-for-pound spot. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
When you're watching like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, you're like,
I feel so sorry for Mike.
yeah, at the same time, you're like, you're still watching it.
Yeah.
You're the idiot watching it, but you're still watching it.
I know. Yeah, I was one of them. Anyway, it was I think it was more the fact that I got to see Tyson in the ring again.
Yeah.
But then when I saw him in the ring, I was like, oh man, I feel so bad for him.
Yeah.
The next fight that Jake was tossing up was against his brother Logan.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, far out, that'll be so weird, like watching brothers. And then I thought to myself, you've got a brother. Can we ever see you and your brother step in the ring?
Who knows?
Hey, is it more the sense of like if the money's right, or is it more the sense?
Nah, I couldn't do it for my grandpa. My grandpa would get stressed.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to put him through that.
Poor man. What about your mother? Speaking of your mother, your poor mother.
Should be stressed as well.
Oh, can you imagine? You've got a tight influence with your grandfather.
Yeah.
Like
he's always been like my go-to guy. My dad left the country a long time ago when I was still a kid.
Yeah.
So I sort of never really had that father figure besides my grandpa. So he's always been the guy that I always have to lean on, you know.
That was similar with me as well. At a young age, my grandparents were practically my parents.
Yeah.
I moved down with them, and I always looked up to my grandfather as like my father figure, my role model, my inspiration. And it's amazing how you've got that exact same relationship.
Well, every time, like everything I sort of want to accomplish is sort of for him. You know, like you win a world title, you want to bring it to him.
Yeah.
Just the happiness and joy that you see from him is one of the reasons why I do it.
Was he a boxer as well?
No.
Okay.
Just been in the sport for since a kid, since my dad.
Far out. That's amazing. What's next for you, brother? What do you?
Well, at the moment, man, I'm going to the US. I'm gonna go explore, see where I feel comfortable at.
Yep.
And then I'm very motivated. Very motivated. I still want to get to the very top, and I want to do it in a different type of way, and I'm so excited for the future right now. There's so much still left to achieve. I'm 30 years young of age, and I feel like I still got 7 to 8 years of some good boxing.
You just saw Crawford
Exactly.
fighting at 38 years old.
38 years old.
Unbelievable.
You know, so yeah, I feel like this is a new chapter of my life, and
That's
moving
exciting.
to the States, it's gonna be a whole, it's a whole different change. Like, I'm going from being comfortable at all times to the complete uncomfortable, not knowing what the future outcome is, and that's what that keeps me up at night. It keeps me motivated, keeps me inspired, and I'm looking forward to the future.
So that's what people don't also say, the sacrifices
Yeah.
in professional sport. The reality is, number one, all times is what you do for a living, right?
Yeah.
Which is boxing. Everything else comes second to that, which is hard for your wife
Of course.
to accept. And I think like, I don't think they'll ever accept that. Like my wife as well. Like she would never understand. Like I remember we'll have discussions about, like I'm always second, stuff like that. But like, you know what you got into at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I am like a professional athlete. You need to be dialed in. You need to be obsessed. I feel. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, 100%. I think obsession beats talent
I agree.
any day, and you got to keep that grind up no matter what, and always have that inspiration in life inside the gym and inside the boxing.
Is there one fighter that you've kind of earmarked for yourself, or how does it work for you?
Say it again.
Is there one fighter you've earmarked to kind of take on as your next fight?
No, not really.
Like, how does it work? How does it work?
Right now I'm not at that stage of looking for opponents and stuff like that. Right now I'm in the stage of just being able to rebuild myself. That's why I'm going to the US and just gonna find myself. Solo trip again.
Yep.
Been doing all these solo trips, but yeah, solo trip and just trying to find a connection, trying to find different inspirations. I want to walk into a boxing gym and I want to stand around world champions. That's my aim, and I've always felt in Australia, I come into the gym and I'm a big fish in a small pond, but I want to go out there and feel the different levels of people and get inspired from that and just live by that thrill. So that's my next goal.
I was gonna I never understood the process of like setting up a fight. So is it more like within your team itself, as in like your trainers or like your manager, or is it more from the promoter side of things? Like who sets up the fight?
I think the promoters offer different opponents. The manager, coaches, everyone looks into it and picks the right opponent and for the right promotion, where it's going to be, and then everything gets blown up from that.
Yeah.
Once we sign and we prepare for the fight and promote the fight.
Speaking of promoters, I think was it last year? Is it Turki Al-Sheikh? Is that his name? What ended up happening there?
I'm not sure. Like,
which I found like it was a bit of a head scratcher.
Our teams were supposed to meet, but they didn't meet up, and just sort of went a little bit sour, but no hard feelings at all from my side. I don't know exactly what happened. I haven't been really told much.
Is there an opportunity there for like to kind of repair that relationship, because he's obviously one of the biggest promoters.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it would be such a shame like to let ego get in the way of things, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So would there be an opportunity if you feel to mend that?
I'm sure. Well, when I get back to the top,
fuck yeah,
I'm sure there's going to be heaps of different fights to be made. There's still heaps of fights, professional big money fights type things
100%
to be made. So yeah, I just need to get back to the top.
Fucking you will, brother. You will. Michel Zarafa.
Yeah.
Talk to me. Where did this feud come from? Is there a feud? Is there
Honestly,
a rivalry?
I don't really have much problem with him. I just found that it was a low blow move that he walked out of the fight. The fact that we were supposed to fight, and then a week before the fight, he just, I don't know, he makes some stuff up and COVID, and I don't know what the exact thing was about, but I just found it as a low blow act, and I was prepping for him for 3 months.
Fuck, that's a long time.
That's a lot of money to spend on training camps, a lot of dedication, and I feel like it's a dog move.
So you don't recall why he pulled out? What the main reason
It
was?
was to do with COVID and his team traveling and him. So
Have they been trying to find another time to get back in the ring?
with myself,
yourself?
well, I found that, you know, sort of said, fuck you,
Yeah.
you know, like I did all that. All you had to do was rock up.
Yeah.
Why am I going to give you a second chance?
Would he try and if he can't get to you? Would he try and get to Nikita?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure him and Nikita will get it on. But yeah, from my point of view, I haven't really looked at it.
I know I know you guys got a feud, but I actually took me back because I don't know if there's bad blood or there's a bit of like, you know, you guys don't see eye to eye, but he actually said something nice about you, and it was after the Fundora 2 fight, the rematch, and he actually spoke highly of you.
Yeah.
And he goes, man, I don't want to like beat him down right now. We've all been there. I wish him nothing but the best. And he hopefully one day maybe you guys cross paths again. I don't know, but
Yeah.
does that surprise you hearing him say that?
No, he's changed up his tactic. Before he used to be
Oh,
bad
so
boy.
these are tactics, huh?
Yeah. Before he was bad boy, and now he's gone to, I don't know, Mr. Nice Guy. He needs to make up his mind what he wants to be.
So it's still on the cards. You never know. Maybe
You never
one
know.
day.
I'll never say no to nothing. You know, like anything can happen in boxing.
Is there someone that you consider as a rival within the boxing world
Who?
for yourself? Like
For Michael?
yeah, well for you. Like,
For me?
yeah. Is anyone that you consider as a rival?
To a certain extent. Few of the times he's got a big mouth on him, so he said a lot more than he should have, especially about like personal things with my dad.
Oh,
That's
really?
what disrespected me.
Oh
to
no,
a certain
I
extent.
can't do that.
So that's what sort of egged me on. But in terms of rival, yeah, I say there is a little bit of a rivalry. Yeah.
But anyone else?
Who else is there?
Have you ever butted head with someone that you just can't? Yeah, you just can't see eye to eye with, or you just
Charlo?
yeah. Why is that?
Or just because we were supposed to fight as well.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. And Errol Spence, Errol Spence got a big mouth.
I feel like anyone that's got a big mouth, well, it's
Yeah.
it's fair to
Errol
say.
Spence got a big mouth, and yeah, what's happened in the past with myself, whatever. At least I still come back and fight no matter what. He's gone into hiding for 3 years already.
Has it been 3 years?
Yeah, after what is it? Since he fought Crawford, what's he been doing? Nothing. He's been on vacation. So yeah. Who else is there? Thurman as well. Thurman's got a big mouth as well. Another one.
He can talk underwater.
This is what they are, the big mouths. They need.
But do you sort of need that to build a fight?
Yeah, I guess it to a certain extent. Yeah,
But you just
makes
obviously
it more.
never take-
Yeah,
you
makes
never
it
go
more.
personal.
Yeah, it makes it more interesting.
Because I spoke to Volks about who did we toss up? Was it Colby Covington?
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he's not a fan of him.
Oh, I'd love to fucking bash Colby as well if I could.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone likes him.
Nah. But like I've seen in the comments, people
Except
are like
Donald Trump. Donald Trump likes him, yeah?
Oh.
Yeah, that's the only guy that likes him.
Yeah, well, it makes total sense now. You spoke about like your camps. How much time and energy actually goes into those fight camps?
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
What's the schedule look like?
10 weeks. Tuesday, Thursday is sparring. Sometimes we do Saturdays. And then technical work Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And twice a day we're training, eating, sleeping, just the constant in camp. But honestly, I love that feeling of being in camp.
Why?
You just sort of just isolate yourself from the rest of the world. You focus in on
No distractions.
Yeah, you focus in on a task, and you just go all in. And it's a good feeling when you go all in, you know.
I don't know how you can't, like, I can understand your frustration as well. Like you said, you invest so much time and energy into a camp, and then when someone pulls out on you on a week before the fight, oh.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Well, the same thing with Thurman, you know.
What did he pull out?
Bicep.
Torn
bicep.
That I can understand.
But that's a proper excuse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one was COVID. Come on.
I copped the flu last week, and let me tell you, the flu absolutely rattled me. I think the flu's worse than COVID these days, honestly. Fuck it. I remember when I had COVID, I don't even know I had it. Have you had COVID? Have
I
you
did.
copped
No,
this?
I copped it actually, man.
With COVID?
Yeah.
Wow.
But you know what, men? I feel like men, when they get sick,
Yes.
it's like big drama.
Tell me. So my missus gives it to me. She goes, like, when I'm sick, like it doesn't rattle me like it rattles you. Like I'm bedridden. I never really get sick, right? Man, when I copped it, I had no energy to get out of bed. I was like,
I feel like I'm dying, eh?
Yeah.
And I act like I'm dying
yeah,
as well.
me too. I carry on. I've always had carry on. I carry on about everything, but I like got to the point where I can't even like lift my eyes, man. So like, if any women are watching, man flu is legit, man. I'm telling you,
for sure.
I'm telling you. Let's talk about your career and your legacy so far. Like, starting boxing, what did you want to make out of this journey?
I think the first goal was to be a world champion.
Straight away.
Yeah. Well, it sort of grew. Australian title, and then to a certain extent, and then it got to a stage where it was like, all right, I just want to fight on the biggest stages with the most amount of people, with the biggest eyes, you know. And that was cool. I went to T-Mobile Arena, MGM Grand. I did Jeff Horn at Townsville. It was a stadium.
Yeah.
Bankwest Stadium, Kudos Bank Arena, the Newcastle Entertainment Centre. Where else have we gone?
Have you had time to reflect on that?
No,
Not
you
really.
don't even, like, I'm just
Don't.
thinking about it now, and that's pretty, just thinking about it is pretty crazy. And the amount of people that have watched and gone through that experience of like a Tim Tszyu event is pretty unreal. But yeah, I think that was the goal, and right now it's probably the same thing, just to try to live life with the biggest experience possible.
The feeling after a win, what's it like for you?
Anger,
Why?
because I just want the next one now. It's weird. I think after my loss, it was sort of like, all right, I get time to reflect, to relax a little bit, to unwind from boxing. But now, after a win, it's like, all right, who's next? Who's the next prey?
Wow.
You know?
Like a hunter
So,
mentality.
Yeah, it's a real hunter mentality.
What about when you lose? What do you do? How do you...
It went from hunter, but this is my first fight that I was able to, you know, reflect for the first time and make some tough decisions about moving abroad and doing things a little bit different.
What people don't realize, like when you do lose and when you do come across a setback, it's more mental, man. Like I feel for me as well. Like you just keep replaying it over and over and over in your head. Are you the same? Like do you replay it in your head?
No, not too bad.
Are you
But
able
it's
to
sort of
shake
like,
it off?
yeah, it's like, it's the hard thing is that when you walk around the streets, you go for a coffee or anything, people come up to you, they apologize, they feel sorry for you.
Do you hate that?
Yeah, and it's like, man, I'm good. I don't need people's
Sympathy.
apology. Yeah, sympathy. I don't need people's apologies, and we're all good. Like you win and you lose. That's part of life.
Yeah.
Mine's just out more in the public.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. You know,
Have you ever felt it's a burden to carry your last name?
to a certain extent, yeah, because at the same time, it gives you opportunities and presents great things. To step away from that last name, to step away from what my father did was a hard thing.
Yeah.
So I think that was part of it, to try step away from, I think, the very first fight.
Because people can kind of say, "Oh, he's Tim Tszyu's son." Like, does that frustrate you? Does that anger you? Like, you want, because like at the end of the day, you're you.
Yeah.
Like, you want to create your own path.
Yeah.
You don't want to be, like, yes, you respect what your father has done.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I'm me.
Yeah.
Don't kind of compare me.
Oh,
to,
it's always been like that for me.
yeah, I know, but
It's always,
I
but
don't-
like
I don't have
sometimes,
that.
yeah, sometimes the older crew, the older age people, they have so much recollection of my dad's career that they say that, and they don't mean it in a bad way, but I understand, because what he did for boxing back then is truly unforgettable.
Can we speak about your relationship with your dad?
Yeah.
And I've got just probably the last few years with my dad, I just kind of started patching things up, and now we're really tight. You said he left at a young age. Do you know the reason for that? Can you share that reason? Oh, am I overstepping?
No, it's all right. I think my dad first he found found a partner,
Yep.
and I think the second was because no disrespect to Australia, but the love he got from in Russia was a completely different love that he got here. Of course, he had the love here in Australia, and everything is great, but there was red carpet treatment, and I think he felt like a real nice, warm feeling towards that. Like I've seen it firsthand.
Wow.
For me, I wouldn't like that. You know, to roll out the red carpet everywhere you walk. I'm Australian,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's not how we do things. But I think my dad felt it, and he enjoyed it, and he's treated as a sporting icon there, and I think that's what brought him back.
I feel like, but you touched on the boxing culture and how we gravitate to the sport. I kind of understand where he's coming from. Like, you know, I think boxing is such a world sport and such a big sport that you should respect the fighters. You should. I believe you should roll out the red carpet for him, especially for what your dad has done, right? Do you feel like that we don't do that much here in Australia? We don't, right?
I think in Australian sports, a lot of the time athletes are forgotten, while in Russia it's completely different. If you have become a world champion for that country, you're gonna be remembered till the day you die. You're gonna be in that category of what you've done, and yeah, you're gonna be shown a lot of love for that.
You said he left at a young age. How did you navigate through that as a kid?
Yeah, I was doing boxing at the time, and then afterwards, I finished boxing. I went to studying, and then came back into boxing. So I guess everyone's life is like that, up and down. There was good, there was bad, there was things I shouldn't have done, there was things I should have done. But I was able to sort of just keep it going. Yeah, keep it going. Yeah, keep it going and work it out on by yourself.
Was there like I know I'm going real deep here,
No.
and I apologize if I'm overstepping.
No, that's
but
all right.
I just feel like because I kind of went through it as a kid.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like there was a part of you missing or not having him around? Or not really?
To a certain extent. So when my dad was around, it was like an army sergeant, non-stop. Very disciplined life. We had to wake up at a certain time. And when he left, it was like complete opposite. It was more flexibility, more being able to do things out of the ordinary, you know, what didn't feel like ordinary. So yeah, it'd be a bit of both.
Do you recall was anything crazy you did with your dad? Like, did he make you do anything that was out of the ordinary?
I remember just random stuff like he'd say, all right, today we're not eating this weekend. I was like, what are you talking about? I was only young, you know, imagine.
How old?
10? Imagine getting 10. You're not allowed to eat today.
That's a different.
Or tomorrow.
Built different.
Yeah, for 2 days. I'm like, all right, no worries. Or one day we'd grab our backpacks and he'd be like, all right, today we're going to walk 20 kilometers. You know, and as a kid, you put on your backpack and you start walking and your legs are tired after 3-4 hours, you're wrecked. But you're still walking, just like little things like that, I remember we used to do. And I remember it used to be like not many kids would be doing that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's the mentality my dad went through. But now, like when he's with his kids,
It's completely different.
my dad's got 2 little ones now.
Yeah.
Completely different. Last time I went to Russia, the kids were running around and making all this mess and screaming. I was like, hey, Dad, am I seeing the same things? I would have got a backhand for that back in the days.
But different time of his life.
Exactly.
So was he the fighter Kostya Tszyu?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And now he's a retired Kostya.
Now he's not a fighter at all. Now
and that's why he
just
kind of
mellow, relaxed, and his priorities is raising his kids. While back in the days, it wasn't. You know.
You know what? Like, for strange to say, you would have been like, fuck, like, what's he fucking making me do this for? You know what I mean? Obviously, there's a learning behind that, but I feel as well like for him that would be a core memory, like bringing you with him, like doing what he loves with his son.
Yeah, not sure.
No?
Not sure if he even remembers.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure. 'Cause I always, when I told him about his kids, I go, what are they doing?
Yeah.
He's like, that's his new life, and that's how it is now. And I don't think he recalls. I think he still has different recollections.
Yeah.
Even like I try to talk to him about his boxing career back in the days.
Yeah.
And like there'd be a lot of different things where he'd start to go into, he'd really start to get into it.
Yeah.
And then he'd sort of go back to the world that he is at now.
Mm.
But yeah, it's interesting.
Because I feel, as a fan as well, the question people would like to know or answered is, like, why isn't he, obviously he's had a great career, great legacy. Why hasn't he been there to help you? Or do you rather not have him there?
I'd rather not, first of all, but I think he respects the fact that he just got to let me figure it out on my
That's
own.
what I thought,
Yeah, figure it out on my own and be able to make my own decisions.
Yeah, because
But it feels nice because I know how my dad is, and he's another one that will tell you everything that you have to do and everything, you know. So it's sort of like I'd like his opinion, but at the same time I wouldn't like it down my throat saying you have to do it this way.
Do you guys have anything in common? You feel? I feel like you both are intense characters.
Yeah.
Like there's intensity there.
Yeah, probably. I'm not as soft as him actually. My dad's
Really?
soft. Yeah, my dad's very soft. Yeah, he cries quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah. And he's got two different personalities. When he was boxing, he was a complete different. He was just a nasty man. But outside of that, he's a real soft, just a real nice bloke.
It's funny about that with sportsmen. Like when you see them on the street, not doing their craft, they're completely different.
Yeah.
And then it's like when you step on the field, you step in the ring, you step in the octagon, whatever it is, you're a completely different person. It's like a switch just goes off.
Yeah.
Is that the same with you?
Yeah, like...
Well, I feel like you have to.
Yeah, like a month before the fight, it's sort of like you're not proud of who you are anymore. You just become this sort of animal mentality. And I get that every time. And that's why it's good to get away from home, because when you come home, you're back to being just the person that you are, not the fighter that you are.
You still talk to him? You still talk?
Yeah, still talk a bit.
You just don't talk about boxing. You just talk about
a little bit. But like, he's just hard to contact. And they just got rid of WhatsApp now in Russia, so...
Really?
It's a tough one.
Really?
Yeah. He's telling me to download all these apps, and he's always been a gadget guy, but I'm like, I don't know. These apps I don't know what these apps are.
Like for me, like as a fan, if I can envision or manifest like seeing you back in the ring, like win a massive fight, and then like seeing your dad and embracing each other in the ring, brother.
I would love to reconnect.
That, honestly, that like that raises the hairs at the back of my neck. Like, it's giving me goosebumps just seeing that in my head.
Yeah. No, I would love to reconnect with my dad, and the fact that we haven't been together for 10 years longer.
Sorry?
We haven't been like connected in any boxing at all.
Even father son, like just being a father and a son, like
yeah,
that kind
I
of dynamic.
guess a little bit, not much. Just I've just been doing my thing. He just does his thing. I'd love to reconnect again and do it properly.
Do you feel like you're kind of leaving it towards to him to kind of reconnect? And
I'm just sort of waiting for him to to say I'm ready.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I don't want to put too much pressure.
Brother, I actually didn't warn you about this part of the show.
Yeah,
it's
what's
called
that?
Truth or Sauce.
All right.
My nickname's called Sauce.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll just ask you a question and you
What
either...
sauce?
Yeah, well, this is the fun part, right? It's actually fun. So don't get too nervous. Not that you are. But where is it?
It's a Japanese thing.
No.
No?
So we've got some chips and we've got some...
Oh, no. Is it chili?
Do you like chili?
No, not really. Actually, no, I don't.
Well, you're going to be
great.
answering all the questions. They're not even that hard. I've looked after you today. But the best thing about it is...
My ass burns, I swear, from that.
No, it's actually not that bad.
You're right.
It's probably 6 months expired, but
Oh, great.
oh, but the best thing about it, you can ask me whatever you want.
I can ask
You can ask me whatever I want.
All right.
Whatever you want, sorry.
Yeah,
Whatever you
yeah.
want. Oh, fuck, I've already asked him this. Fuck. Okay. First question. Has there ever been a fight you were involved in where you think the judges were off with their scorecard?
No.
Okay. Because I feel like sometimes in the boxing world,
Yeah.
when you watch a fight as a fan,
Yeah.
you're like, how the fuck did he score that?
Yeah, to a certain... Actually, my fight?
Yeah.
Or any fight?
You.
Nah, never felt it.
Other fights that you felt were like, how did he score that? How did that end up like that?
Yeah.
And which one?
Nothing in particular, I'll be honest. But I do remember a couple. I was like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
But there have been some crazy judges that have gone.
Just remembered something. Do you know Skinny Hussein?
Yeah.
Do you remember the fight with himself
Pacquiao.
and
Yeah. Well, Pacquiao was down for like what 20 seconds.
Did you see what the ref said?
He came out afterwards. It's too late.
No, it's not too late. No, it's not too late. You know why? Because
Why?
the referee's come out and said he's blatantly delayed the count.
Yeah.
After he even said that publicly, they still put him in the Hall of Fame.
Who?
The boxing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. How does that
that's
work?
Wrong. That's wrong. Was the fight in the Philippines?
Correct.
Well, there you go. See, stuff like that you can't get away with, you know. And then even though sometimes when you're fighting in, let's say, UK and sometimes America, there is hometown advantages, you know.
Do you have a say who refs?
Maybe. No, I don't think so.
Okay.
That's what me and Joey Spencer were going on about because he wanted the ref from overseas, I think.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
Was that the whole issue?
Yeah. Yeah. Which they were able to get. A neutral judge or ref, whatever.
Yeah, I recall you couldn't care less.
Yeah, I was whatever. I wasn't bothered. Just whatever.
Do you believe that there is some corruption in boxing?
Yeah. Yeah. There's favoritism and there's more money type ways as well.
Yeah. Because I've noticed that, like, if there's one sport that screams that there's corruption, but no one can actually prove it. Yeah, it's kind of boxing.
Of course.
Like it's like a world's worst kept secret.
Yeah. Money talks
badly
in everything.
Of course. Do you want to ask you the next question, or you want to ask me a question?
So what do I have to ask you? Just random,
whatever you want.
Random.
Anything you want. You can even ask him. He's the one that always stitches me up.
All right. What was your favorite team you played with? You had to choose one.
Are we talking club or international?
Yeah, club.
Okay. Oh, yeah, it'll be Penrith, Panthers, because, and we spoke about this.
You were there with them for a long time.
Yeah, I was there for 9 years.
What about your other team? What was the other one? Souths. How long were you at Souths for?
2 years.
Oh, right, so it's not the same.
Nah, but the thing with Souths is I started there.
Yeah.
I played my under-20s career there, and then I had 1 year kind of in first grade, but I wasn't really in first grade. Like, there was a point where I was pretty much playing with reserve grade the whole year, and I was actually I had to work on the side, and I was actually asking the coach if I could come and train. Like, I didn't care. I'll skip work, not work for the day, and I'll go train with the boys. And I thought I got in this rut. Like, that year particular, first grade was having a lot of injuries to the outside backs. And every single week, I'll keep looking at the team sheet to see if my name would pop up and stuff like that. And it kind of affected my performances that year. And that's what kind of pushed me to kind of leave, because I thought I wasn't going to get much. Or to be fair, like, they didn't want to re-sign me, but it actually pushed me to get out of my comfort zone, because I was getting comfortable, and go to a team, go to a club, just for a fresh start.
Yeah.
And it was actually perfect time with Panthers, because Ivan Cleary first came to the club. I think it was Gus Gould's second year of the club, and I didn't know anything about the Penrith area. I didn't know much about
So you
the
moved
Penrith
there?
club. No.
Oh, you stayed here?
I was driving out
Yeah,
to Penrith
right.
every single day. Yeah, I just couldn't.
I don't
move.
blame you.
Yeah, bro, yeah. You know what? I just remember, like, I think we've actually crossed paths many times. I've seen you at the Shack in Brighton a couple of times.
Yeah.
I've seen you. Did you used to live around Dulles Point, Brighton area?
Yeah, St. Susie.
Did ya?
I lived in Rockdale.
Did ya?
Yeah, yeah.
Whereabouts? If you
I lived in
don't give me the exact location, but like, are we talking on this part of the train tracks or the like on
where my gym is.
Oh yeah, where the old, so your
Yeah,
gym
the
is the
Brighton.
old PCYC,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I live just around the corner from there.
Oh no.
Cairo Street.
No way.
Yeah, Rockdale.
Yeah, because I used to go on the runs there, like
Yeah.
Dulles Point. So I'll be
That's
running.
where I was running.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
pre-season and off-season, I'll be running, and then I'll see you. You know how like you got the lower and then you got the higher part,
Yeah.
and I'll see you, and I'm like, I go, he's not gonna know who I am.
I still run through there.
Do you still go there?
Yeah, I still go
I
there.
went the other day actually.
Yeah, it's a good running spot.
They actually fixed
Yeah,
it
yeah.
all up.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'll see you, and I'll just be like, we'll just get like
The head
that.
nod, yeah.
Yeah, like that. I'm like, he's got no fucking clue who I am. I'll say hello anyway. But
You know what? Back in the days, I didn't know any rugby players.
yeah, I was gonna, that was my next question.
And
Have
that's,
you,
yeah, I didn't know any rugby players, and a few times I started going out on the street, and a couple of rugby players were starting to recognize me. This was like early on when I just started to get in.
yeah,
And I was like, all right, I have to start understanding my rugby. So I started doing a bit of research and watching a little bit and understanding different players, or else I felt I had that arrogant look about myself. If I had all these guys starting to come up to me,
yeah.
and I was acting like, oh, I don't know who they are and stuff
Yeah,
like that. So I was
yeah.
like, you know what? I need to get to understand everything.
Are you a
And
self-supporter?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But for now, Penrith.
Oh, okay. Oh, Penrith or
No,
South?
I like Penrith. I
Oh.
like Nathan Cleary. I reckon he's a beast.
What do you like about him?
Example, when I went to the State of Origin,
Camp?
we did it like a little camp. I went and spoke to the boys, and we had like photos and everything. And all the boys were like, yeah, brah, yeah, brah, yeah, brah. Yeah, just the typical. But Nathan Cleary came up to me after and just started asking me about all these different little things, like the 1%ers. What do you eat for breakfast? What do you do post your fight? What do you do before you fight? You know, and I started asking him the same thing just to be able to, I don't know, have someone to relate to.
Yeah.
And I thought that was interesting because, you know, he really looks for the little 1%ers, how to get his game better. And I really respected that. And he is probably the MVP right now in NRL.
When you talk about 1%, it's about detail, right?
Yeah.
Like fundamentals.
Yeah, just little things.
Yeah.
Well, all the other boys were cool, yeah? But they were like, yeah, brah. But what's his name?
Josh
Cleary.
Adokar would have been one of the
Well,
guys.
yeah,
coming up,
probably. Yeah.
brah.
Mad energy.
Yeah.
Everyone was so cool. Yeah. But I just respected Nathan Cleary when he started thinking. You know, he's a thinker.
So, you know, I was his first roomie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was his first. I don't know how he got stuck with me, poor bloke. But we were playing in Bathurst, and he didn't. He trained with us throughout the week, but he didn't play with us that weekend. And he was rooming with myself and Jeremy Lattimore, and I remember he was so shy. Like, he didn't leave the room.
Yeah, wow.
I remember the door was like kind of just slightly open, and I opened it up, and I'm like, "Hey, bro, do you want to come out and like have a tea with us?" And he's like, "Nah, I'm just gonna relax somewhere." So I'm like, yeah, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, wow.
He was very shy, and then the week after, he ended up debuting.
Yeah, right.
And it's kind of like, obviously I've seen up close what he does and how he trains and how he thinks, and he's just like, we're talking about obsession.
Yeah, he's got it.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like with boxing? That's another great question. Do you feel like with boxing, like you need to be born with something, or is it a sport where you can kind of develop if you're so diligent and obsessed with?
I think a bit of both. I think to get to a certain stage, it's just obsession. But then right at the very top, I think there's little bits that everyone's already obsessed there to be right at the top.
Yeah.
But there's little standouts in little departments.
Next question.
Yeah.
Oh, right here. I've actually forgotten about these. Where is this? Dang. All right. Do you think you would have been a better boxer if you had your dad in your corner?
That's a good one. Possibly. I think his knowledge and expertise is not many people can understand and relate to. So he can teach a lot. But then of course that takes years and years of working on a certain thing to be able to perfect. So like if I had 5-10 years with my dad just working full time with him, who knows what could have happened. But yeah, that's what I'd say.
Love it, brother. If you and Nikita had a fight, who do you think would win?
I don't want to hurt my little brother.
Yes.
From every older brother, yeah.
100%. I love it. The floor is yours for one more question for me, brother. Or have you got two more questions for me? And you got to phone a friend there, as in Pedro. Who I got you on the spot as well.
Dead or alive, 3 people to have dinner with.
Ooh.
Who would it be?
That's a great question. Number 1, Jesus.
Yeah.
100%.
What kind of questions would you ask?
Oh, bro. That just like really made me feel different. What you just asked. What would I ask him? Wow. That's a tough question.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I would ask. I think I'll just listen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't ask anything. I'll just listen. And I feel he would know what I wanna know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, why am I getting emotional? Far out. That's deep, man.
Yeah, of course.
What would you ask? Are you Catholic? Or Orthodox?
Yeah, I'm Orthodox.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to know the beginnings of everything.
You know what I'm curious to know? It's a question that it's impossible to answer. If God created us, what created God? You know what I mean? Like everything has a beginning. So like it rattles my brain when I think of it
that way.
When I think of that. But yeah, definitely Jesus. I'd love to. Just because I love him, because I'm half Portuguese, because from my mum's. My mum's from the same island as him. I have to sit down with him. And who else? That's dead. Someone that's dead. Jeez, it's a big list. You got me on the spot here.
Yeah.
Like, if we're thinking of sport, I would love to sit down with Tom Brady as well.
Oh, yeah.
Man, so articulate.
Yeah.
Obsessed with his sport. Michael Jordan.
Yeah. That's who I would have. Michael Jordan.
Yeah. You know what? Michael Jordan would be my third.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I'd have Michael Jordan in there. I'd have Vladimir Putin. I'm pretty keen to explore his brain. But then I'd also have like a funny guy. I'd have Ricky Gervais.
Of course. Him at the Oscars.
Yeah, I'd love to put them 3 together. That'd be good.
It is actually a good crew. You know, I watched the Ricky Gervais Oscars.
He's the best.
Oh.
I've rewatched it so many times.
I'm the same.
Keeps me so entertained.
I don't know. Like, I feel like in a world that's so politically correct, like it's very hard for a comedian these days. But man, he'd be so.
But his message is so good, you know. Don't take life too seriously.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
And everything's a joke.
Is there any I want to ask. I've got so many. I could talk to you here. I could be here all day. Is there one goal that you haven't achieved yet for yourself that you're still striving for?
Yeah. Probably like that Canelo Crawford feeling, that type of vibe. That's what I think I'd be aiming for. That's aiming for the stars, and that's my that's the aim. That type of feeling.
Fuck, I just can't even. I can't possibly. How long's a camp to prep for a fight like that? Is it still the same?
Yeah, because you don't want to burn yourself out completely. But yeah, 2 months is enough.
Before we wrap up, because this has been a hell of a
Yeah.
fucking chat, is there anything you want to kind of share before we wrap up?
Just looking forward to the future.
I think we all are.
Yeah, I think it's a great time to be alive for everyone, and I think we should all just make the most out of every opportunity.
I fucking love that, brother. I absolutely love that. Thanks so much for coming on the show
No.
today. I think myself and all of us that are watching are so keen to see what's next for you, and can't wait to share the journey with you, my man.
No, appreciate it, man.
My guy.